What's up, guys? We are back with another podcast episode of the Best Plumber 604 Racing Series presented by Longhorn Chassis. And tonight we are doing something a little bit different. It's just going to be me tonight hosting the podcast. Brandon is not going to be joining us. He is busy, but we are very anxious and excited to get this next driver on here to talk to us a little bit about what's been going on with him before Saturday. So, last season, this driver actually finished fourth in the points of the whole season, and he only finished 2 races without finishing in the top 10. So he was a very consistent driver with the Best Plumber 604 Racing Series last season. And now, after months away, Tyler Pross is back, and he's making his return at his home track at Smoky Mountain Speedway this Saturday. We are very grateful that he is going to be back with us, and something that's been going on with Tyler is he has came to face some health issues that has actually led him to have surgery. So we're going to get him on here. We're going to ask him a few things about how the last few months has been, how he's feeling about getting back in the car, and wish him the best of luck for Saturday. So I'm going to bring on Tyler and get this going. First off, Tyler, we're so glad you're back and you're healthy. How do you feel coming back to race with us this Saturday?
I feel great. I feel like it's been it has been like 5 months, so I just can't wait to get back out there.
How excited is Aaron, your stepdad and crew chief, to have you back in the car?
I think he's more excited than I am, honestly. He's been talking about it, and we've had another driver in the car, and he's like, "Man, it's fun and all, but I wish you get back in it." And I guess we had a little test session there Monday, and he's pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, honestly. Take us through the last few months, like the journey, the road. Tell us about your backstory and where people can kind of get caught up.
Yeah. So we tested the car probably about March, like early in the year. And I wasn't feeling too good. I'm like, well, maybe I'm just sick, whatever. I'll get over it. And I kept kind of getting worse. And one day I'm like, man, I can't even go to work. I feel so bad. And I took another day after that, and I'm like, I think I need to go to the hospital because it was like that bad. It felt like my appendix busted or something. So we get to the hospital. Well, they take my blood, and I go home because they just wanted to take my blood. And I'm like, okay, this is really bad. So I got to go to the ER. And when I'm sitting in the ER waiting, he's like, you need to get to the hospital like now. Like now. And I'm like, well, good thing I'm already here. And anyway, we get in there and they do a scan and all that. And I have so much infection in my stomach where they can't even like hardly see anything. And at that point, they still know if it's my appendix or whatever. It turned out my intestines were like leaking, and it was basically making me like septic.
Whoa.
And if they said if I would have waited a few more days, I would have, who knows if I would still even be here. So my stubbornness almost cost me everything, but luckily it didn't. And I had to have a big surgery. Uh, took a few part of my intestines, took my appendix out, and a little bit of my colon. But it took me about 3 weeks to get out of the hospital. Then after that, I couldn't even like sit up out of bed because my abs are basically gone at that point. And kind of just waiting to get my strength back. And eventually I finally got it back. And probably about a month ago, I felt good enough to race, and everything's got rained out. So kind of just been waiting around.
Yeah, I feel that completely. Like the Mother Nature has hated us.
Oh, yeah.
So, was there ever a point where you weren't sure, or if you was ever going to be able to get into a car again?
Yeah, I was sure I was gonna eventually get back into it. I'd find a way. But there was definitely probably a month or two ago where I'm just sitting in my bed on race monitor watching my car go around the track. I'm like, I wish that was me right now, but it felt like it just took forever for my body to just be okay again. And I'm like, man.
Yeah, that's actually my next question is being like a very consistent driver with the series last year, coming into this season, watching from the sideline, like how hard has it been watching from the sideline, like letting someone else drive your car?
It just drove me insane. I used to always say I'd never let anyone ever drive my car. And surely enough, it happened. And it just happened to be a good scenario where my car was sitting around, and Corey was just out of a ride at the moment. It ended up quite well, but yeah, it drove me insane. I was like, especially how good the car's been. I'd be like, man, this car's winning races, and I feel like I should be there winning races. It would just drive me insane. I'm just really glad to be back in it.
And then you return for your first race at Smoky Mountain, which is your home track. Does that like mean a lot to
Mm.
you? Does it just kind of like pump you up a little bit? Like what's going through your thought process of going into Saturday?
It's definitely a good thing. It's a track I have a lot of laps on, and I'm very familiar with. It means a little bit more. It just being a track I've saw my first ever dirt race on. It's kind of cool to go back there. Ever since they redid it, it's not been very nice to me, but I hope it's a little bit more nice to this weekend.
And then physically, from all your health issues, how close do you feel to being back to 100%?
I feel like I'm like 95%. I've been doing a lot of cardio and making sure I'm prepared. I'm not just gonna fall out of the seat, 15 laps into a race. Um, I almost feel better than I did before I left. I feel a lot more in shape. I feel a lot thinner. Obviously, not all good, but yeah, I definitely feel better.
Going into Saturday, are you like focusing on just like getting more getting comfortable in the car, like staying comfortable? Or are you wanting to give it your all and compete and be a contender? Like, what would make Saturday a successful day for you?
Uh, Dream would be to win the race. I feel good enough now. Like I feel like I can go out there and compete. Um, it's like that's an expectation. I don't want to go out there and just run, 15th and just say, "Oh, I'm back." I want to actually be at the standard I hold myself to, and hopefully go out there and compete for the high positions. Hopefully, win.
So you want to be back.
Yeah, I want to be like top.
And then with all everything that's happened so far through this season, do you want to give like anybody a shout out? Like, I know your sponsors. Was they like fine with everything with Corey and everything, or
Yeah, I'm really thankful for everybody that's being patient, like Bishop Construction, and we have a new sponsor on Bodies by Designs. It's their whole deal is like, oh, it's me. They're really excited to me get in the car, and literally as soon as we signed the deal, we didn't even get a race with them. So I thank Corey for stepping in, helping our program and our sponsors still be on the track and not just out of half of a race season for no reason. My stepdad's been great. My mom's been great. Everyone that's just reached out to me, like Ross Wyatt, William Blankenship and their crew, they've been great, just reaching out in my recovery, and very thankful for everybody.
yeah, one thing I've realized like coming on and working with the Best Plumber series is the drivers really do care about other drivers. Like this whole series, I feel like everyone is just like they're always checking in on people no matter what the situation is. So I've noticed that a lot this season.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from just at the end of the day, I want to beat you. I want to beat everybody there, but also at the end of the day, they're the only people that completely understand, why we do what we do and what it takes to put a car on the racetrack every single weekend.
Yeah, 100%. So next question: have you ever watched a big rig on a racetrack?
I haven't. I'm excited to watch that. I hope I get to watch a few on my downtime.
I'm glad that they're doing them both, like us and them, at the same time. I think that's going to be really freaking cool, actually.
I know. I can't wait to watch that. I'm hoping it's either after a race or it's enough time before my race. I get to watch a good portion of that.
Yeah, hopefully that they'll let our drivers watch it. That'd be pretty cool. But that's all I have question wise. Do you want to say anything before going into Saturday? We're going to get this posted before Saturday, so do you want to say anything?
Um, I just like to thank everybody for being patient and reaching out to me, making sure I'm okay, and hopefully I'm in front of you and you see me Saturday. Hopefully I get a lot of interviews. So
Hey, I'll be the one interviewing, so I'll be sure to come. Only if you do good, though, so.
okay, I'll make sure you do good.
We're very glad to have you back, and we're very ever like extra happy that you're healthy enough to be back with us. And I know the whole crew around the Best Plumber is too. And we wish you the best of luck on Saturday at Smoky Mountain. And we are all definitely pulling for you. Well, I know I'm pulling for you, so.
Thank y'all.
Okay, so I recorded that whole podcast and forgot to do the closing credits. So here I am doing them a little bit differently, but we want to give a big shout out to every single sponsor that continuously and constantly supports our series this season. We want to thank every single driver that comes out every single weekend and races with us, all the fans and the viewers that look at our social medias, that watch our YouTube, that interact with our pages. We want to thank every single person that is a part of this series, no matter driver, fan, a viewer, whoever you are, we thank you. This is episode number 2 of the podcast, done and out, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm Katia, and we'll see you later.